evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Wait, it's Wednesday. Welcome to the Midweek War Spin-Off Showcase. I'm Mad Mike. With me for this very special episode is our friend in the mainstream media, Matt Carlins. How are you, sir?
Mad Mike, I think we may be achieving peak midweek right now. I'm sitting to you right now, and we're going to talk about the Final Deletion. I just watched part 1 of Ultima Lucha Dos.
I haven't seen it yet.
Hey, secrets, nothing. I'm not telling you anything.
Okay.
I still have to watch NXT.
Yes.
More goodness awaits. Somebody has already asked me, did you see NXT yet? I said, no. I'm too busy watching all the other awesome crap.
Also, the countdown show for the Cruiserweight Classic.
Exactly, the bracketology. So there's so much goodness. And, man, it's a great time to be a midweek aficionado. There's never been a better time to be watching wrestling during the midweek. Will there ever be a better week than this? Has there ever been a better midweek than this?
Matt, there will be a better week than this. It is called next week.
Let's hope so. Higher and higher we go.
Next week, Cruiserweight Classic starts. Balor versus Nakamura. Ultima Lucha Dos Part Dos. And Destination X.
That's right.
Yeah.
With Lashley versus Eddie Edwards. Not a bad match to bring people back for. So we'll look forward to that. Impact, you did good. We'll talk more about that later on.
I will talk way more about that tomorrow night because we will strongly disagree. But we are here for a very special reason. We used to do this thing on the site called a watch party. And basically we find a clip either on YouTube, easily accessible, or on the WWE Network, and we would just sit and watch and kind of provide our own commentary to it. Now, what we've done is we've found the TNA Final Deletion Director's Cut. It is every segment from start to finish. And now, Matt, before we start this, did you catch my live tweet last night?
I saw some of it. Now, I was watching live.
Yes. As
this pre-taped match was broadcasted. And I was enjoying it with the rest of the Twitterverse, and it was fantastic. But I did catch some of your live tweeting, and I encourage everyone to check it out too. Just hashtag MM and watch Mikey mouth off about.
I had so many.
This fantastic spectacle that we're gonna watch together.
So many questions about this segment, Matt. It's so like. All right, you know what? Instead of talking about it, let's
do it.
Is your YouTube queued up?
Yes. Is your battlefield prepared for massacre?
Oh, God help me, it is. All right, so Matt, I'm going to count down 3, 2, 1, button.
Yep.
We'll hit play at the same time. All right.
Roger that.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. 3, 2, 1, button. Okay.
There we go.
First of all, this music choice.
Fantastic.
No.
Fiesta?
All right. I'm sorry.
Baby Maxwell?
Matt, I know you've been
the most over 1-year-old in the history of professional wrestling.
Matt.
Yeah.
I know you've been to several 1-year-old birthday parties.
I've hosted a couple, actually. So
yeah. This is the worst birthday party I've ever seen in my life.
This is the birthday party thrown by a madman. That's what's going on here.
There is no one there.
Sometimes... Wait.
And by the way, all right,
so
I'm sorry.
Beautiful.
I work at a toy store. That is a shitty xylophone.
It's an extraordinary xylophone.
That is
Matt Hardy said so.
That is a shitty, cheap $5 xylophone.
Mike, have you seen TNA's budget lately? Like their budget woes?
They spent more on that. They spent more on those lucha balloons.
This company cannot afford Fisher Price. You know. This is a Five Below company right now as far as the props go. Just like us watching this match, this too must be documented. So
yeah, especially this candle.
Yep.
This.
Who knew at the time how much significance this
Oh,
tiny candle would hold?
subconsciously I
Look at
knew.
Maxwell hamming it up, owning the screen. He's a natural.
Now, Matt, I have a question.
Right.
Maxwell had
By
his
the way, that
hair
was the
dyed.
first awkward edit of the entire thing right there. When he
Oh
stands
no,
up.
there are many more
Senior
awkward
Benjamin.
edits.
There's a couple of them.
There are many more. Like, we'll get to it. But
this saves it.
Do you feel that dyeing your child's hair to match his father's is child abuse?
You know what? I've seen kids' hair dyed and cut for far less reasons than dad's job.
A 1-year-old? So, a 1-year-old?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Also, why did we suddenly go into an episode of MTV Cribs?
I don't. This is the every bad boy has a soft side ballad going on right here with
he's not even playing the song that's in the background. Oh god.
Yeah, but Vanguard 1's not here to pick up the pace. Business is gonna pick up right here. See, I do love this. This whole bit is pretty
Jeff
funny.
Hardy should have been playing the Terminator theme song.
Lucha stole that idea already. I can't do that. Actually, I think the Omega and the Bucks stole that.
Okay.
But either way, good times. Brother Nero.
Another point of order. None of these drones can actually project someone's voice.
Shut up, man. Don't get so picky.
No, you know me. I have to. And he is not damaging that guitar at all.
That's because these drones can't stand up to it. And now we got
all right,
sub Tupac level hologram, but still solid.
I was gonna say,
is this straight? This is straight out of Spy Kids right here.
I was gonna say, is this more Zordon or Zod for you? Which is this?
Spy Kids. Spy Kids villain.
Okay. And this is where Matt's setting the terms where the loser can't use the Hardy nickname anymore.
That's right. You will become Brother Nero for all time.
All right, now it was at this point where he kept screaming, "You will be prepared for deletion," that I realized Matt Hardy is a Cyberman from Doctor Who.
I feel bad that I missed the point where Matt Hardy did the old V1 hand signal when he referred to Vanguard 1.
Yeah, Vanguard 1, of course.
I loved it.
But you know what? EC3's been doing that shit for months, so it's not special.
But EC3 wasn't even a glimmer in your eye whenever version 1 came along.
Yeah. How did he suddenly get there? With his own lawnmower. Also, I'm not gonna lie. Jeff's lawn looks horrible. Not the design, but there is so much dead grass on there.
This is not how I would have done it. I think he had to cut the grass really low to get the effect. So
I like how we're getting a repeat of the Prepare the Battlefield sketch.
Well, you know that this is what these segments were kind of segmented out during Impact.
Oh yeah, no shit.
Except for the Final Deletion match.
Can we talk about the gardener?
Senior Benjamin.
Yeah.
He's doing good work.
Why? And when did Rebby become a telenovela actress?
You know what? I think she could hang in a telenovela. She's doing just fine here.
But when did this happen? Oh God! All right, now we're just watching, but he's
sometimes whenever Matt Hardy starts to talk, I just go into a trance, and I can't.
You have to kind of pick up.
Every inflection is worth it.
You have to kind of pick up how many different accents Matt Hardy says in one sentence.
He's
because every word
unto himself.
Every word is a different accent.
I love it. This is great. I really enjoy the trouble they went to explain the referee's presence. This is tying up loose ends. This is solid booking right here.
Matt.
What? What?
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. How else do you explain? He invites him.
All right,
he makes sure he's licensed. How else do you explain the referee being out there? You can't just have him show up. Can't have Senor Benjamin referee the match for obvious reasons later.
Why do you need a referee for
eye
this?
Contact? What?
This is... I'm surprised that this is a worse lit match than every episode of ROH I've ever seen. Yeah. So apparently Matt Hardy was tired of us making fun of Keyboard Matt, so now he's Mattavarius.
I feel bad. I must have missed Keyboard Matt.
Wait, no, Keyboard Matt was that whole the whole segment they did the first time.
Oh, I skipped that one.
Oh, Matt. Matthew.
Maybe I'll go back and watch it later. This stands on its own.
Matt, if you love this, you will adore that.
Oh, I have no doubt.
I will say this. Do you know why this was the best segment of Impact for me?
Why?
No commentary.
That's true. I do recall tweeting dramatic music greater than Josh Matthews. Sorry, Josh.
Easily.
But I just thought it set the right tone.
And the camera work.
Commentary would have hurt this because they would have had to have made their little. You would have had to have made like little wink comments. Not even Jim Ross could have pulled this off. He would have had to make some little comment that would have taken you out of it. The music is better because it just lets you settle into this strangeness.
Yeah. All right. So how many times do you think these two morons accidentally lit themselves on fire with the tiki torches?
No,
I know we're about to see one.
I think they are backyard pros.
No, this right there, we absolutely saw one.
Close call.
No, I think there was an edit there. I think there had to be an edit there.
There are definitely edits here.
Oh,
there are many edits.
There are edits all over the place.
But you know what? There's edits in
almost like Batman v Superman.
There are edits in almost every televised professional wrestling product that we watched today on television.
Sorry,
and
that
honestly,
doesn't look like it hurt.
On the first viewing, the edits were a little distracting to me. On the second viewing, my brain's kind of ready for it, and I'm not minding them as much.
Why did he throw him into a group of pretzel sticks?
It's a trellis.
It's a tress. I know, but why? We didn't see Senior Benjamin put that one under the ring.
Oh, jeez. Oh, continuity. Goddamn.
Yeah, continuity. If you're going to set up the finish of the match from a fucking birthday party, I expect some goddamn continuity, Matt.
Oh, my goodness.
And, I mean, I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty sure this is just what the Hardys do every weekend.
I think they are trying to set the bar for the backyard wrestling match so high that no one will ever try it again.
Oh, and we should mention that.
These guys are the kings.
This YouTube clip didn't have it, but Senior Benjamin told us twice in Spanish subtitles not to try this at home.
I know. So good. Thank you, Senior Benjamin.
But, oh my God.
Things about, oh, wait, hang on. I like this part. Listen up.
Yeah. That's where he's full Cyberman.
Delete.
He's full Cyberman there.
I must have sent that tweet to about 3 or 4 or 5 different people over the last 12 hours. Delete. I did not get a response. Not a single LOL response to my very funny tweet.
Nor should you,
Not a single LOL to my very funny tweet. Delete. All right.
Oh, man. Why is Jeff taking off his shirt? There is no one there.
Girl scream.
There is no one there.
He's still programmed by WWE. He has to do these certain things at different moments or he can't function.
I'm glad he's
that
not
takes
wearing
decades
makeup.
of therapy to get that out of you.
I'm glad he's not wearing makeup for this match. Oh, and here we go.
Yeah, this is when things get real.
Up a ladder He's leaning against the second ropes. Okay, we've seen this spot before. We've seen
never like this.
Before. Basically exactly like this.
Not from a tree.
All right. Okay, no, not from a tree.
There you go. See, totally new.
Yeah.
What an invention.
But see, Matt, did you catch the fun part of this spot?
I don't think there is a fun spot. There's
Oh no,
Jeff.
this is great. This is great because if you watch very carefully at this part, all right, yeah, he's screaming to no one. Jeff not only misses, hits the ladder, Matt rolls out of the way, yet somehow Jeff is making a cover on Matt when it should be the other way around.
Well, clearly they damaged the ladder, so I don't think there was an opportunity for a second take on that one, Mike.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they only had one ladder. That was Matt Hardy's only ladder. Poor
no, they clearly had another ladder. It was leaned up against the tree.
They needed the tree to climb the tree, and they needed the other ladder to climb the tree. Mike!
This is, oh, God.
A mighty ginger chair shot.
Okay, and here we go to the Roman candle part of the match.
Literally gets lit.
We're going to the fireworks factory, Matt! Fireworks factory!
Pyrotechnico!
This is...
Yeah, that's right. What's wrong with you, Mike?
This is just every 4th of July in North Carolina. That's literally all this is.
Tremendous. Oh, the projectiles are great. Coming soon to an indie show near you.
Yeah, Roman candles.
No doubt.
Please, no.
Don't do this. Promoters, don't attempt this.
Do not
at your indoor indie show.
All right, now what the fuck is this that he had in his hand?
Grass sickle, something like that.
I have no idea. It looks like something you'd use to prepare like a croquet court.
Nah, it's some sort of grass sickle trimming thing.
I like how that's the one time
Lucha Underground would have left that expletive in.
Yeah, actually, no. That part was fine, but this is horrible. Jeff has even worse aim with a Roman candle than he does with his body.
This is your hot babyface comeback. This is your babyface fireworks.
Babyface fireworks.
Yep. I think we missed him referring to the dilapidated boat.
Dilapidated boat, yes.
So good. Take that.
Drones, boats, and Roman candles.
Yep.
Okay, now you have to explain this part to me, Matt. Because they're wrestling towards some kind of stream, and all of a sudden we have a Gulf of Mexico match. Yeah. Now, why does Matt think he won here just because Jeff is slightly underwater?
Well, he doesn't think he's won. He says he's been flushed, not deleted. So Matt acknowledges that this is not over. And then here he comes.
And we didn't even get to see Jeff go Super Saiyan and turn into Willow. Why is Willow's mouth sewn shut?
I don't know.
And why is Senior Benjamin turn into Scott Hall for a second there? Like, Matt, I ask you.
What?
Did we need a run-in for this match?
I don't think you understand basic heel psychology, Mike.
I absolutely do. And this is the worst flashlight in the history of flashlights.
Well, he was carrying it in his pocket.
Love, he went from how
pull out like a mag light?
Yes!
30,000
with how much preparation he's done for this match, he should have a fucking floodlight.
Now he's deleted. Or is he?
Oh, no!
He's not!
What a false finish, folks.
Real good.
It's the old hide the gardener / ring designer under a willow mask and make him unconscious trick.
Mm-hmm. That's quite a trick by Hardy. That is.
I was waiting for an Illuminati shout out. Is that the big metal thing? I don't think it is. It's just Jeff's logo, right?
Yes.
I was waiting for an Illuminati thing. Either that or for like Jeff to try and take out Matt by hitting the dirt bike off a ramp and trying to land it on Matt Hardy.
That would have been pretty sweet.
And now Matt Hardy is going
to... This is the classic Jeff Hardy mistake. This is every Jeff Hardy mistake in a match.
This is literally every Jeff Hardy.
You have the match won. I will now climb to a high thing. No, you have the match won, Jeff. What are you doing?
All right, but where did Rebby come from?
Where did Senor Benjamin come from?
And I highly question that you're able to do that with just a single candle.
That was a lot of gasoline. Oh,
yeah, but like that would have had to have been freshly poured. He poured that shit like hours ago.
I thought they were gonna put Jeff up in flames at this point. I was like, oh my goodness.
And you know what? They should have. They should have.
Combusted him. That'd have been scary.
God. And Matt Hardy wins.
Farewell, Jeff. Or Brother Nero. Can't call him that anymore, Mike.
Now see, Matt, you know this isn't over, right?
We can only hope that they've got something else, in their back pocket, ready to unleash on all of us.
I don't think you know what hope means.
I'm really I'm going to take this moment to kind of put a button on my thoughts on this this whole extravaganza. And
you seem to be a fan.
I'm not just directing this at you, Mike, because your thoughts are echoed by many other people that I've spoken to over the last 12 hours or so. So I'm troubled by your seemingly... I'm very troubled by this need for plausibility and reality suddenly in your professional wrestling product. I'm not sure why this is suddenly an issue. This only seems to come up in certain situations, and I don't know why we're nitpicking the reality of the final deletion when I just watched baby faces and heels sit together at a 4th of July food fight at the beginning of Raw. I don't hear any crap about that. I just think that sometimes people don't are just a little bit too determined to tear down Impact. I salute Impact Wrestling for doing this. They got eyes on the product. Hopefully they're going to do a big number. Hopefully they'll bring people back next week to check out some of the matches that they got going on. They do have a couple of nice things set up. Lashley and Eddie Edwards. They've got a confrontation with EC3 and Drew Galloway all ready to go for next week. That's not too bad. I'm a little bit intrigued. The rest of the Impact show, we'll get into that when we do the regular midweek work, because I don't want to stray too far from the Final Deletion. But this was a success. Artistically, creatively, professional wrestlingly, you could argue there's different points, but look, Mike, we are in the middle of a week with, obviously we have 4th of July. We had Raw on Monday. We've got Ultima Lucha Dos, which started Wednesday night. We've got NXT with some big matches. We got Cruiserweight Classic bracketology going on Wednesday night. UFC 200 is coming up this weekend. Brock Lesnar, and somehow Impact Wrestling found a way to cut through all that noise and get some eyeballs on the product. And Mike, that is something that they should be proud of.
And okay, I'll agree with you that it is innovative. It's different. My problem is that it's unearned. It's unearned. Because I don't point out logistical flaws in Lucha like, oh, well, Drago's not a real dragon. Yeah, because they establish a world. They did the work. It's like comparing this and Lucha Underground is like comparing Marvel movies and DC movies. When Marvel movies started, they laid the groundwork with Iron Man, your Captain America, your Hulk, your Thor. And then you went to the Avengers. DC did the opposite
They ramped up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
DC did the opposite way and just threw all this shit at you at once.
Yeah, you're right. That's a good comparison, actually. And getting back to Lucha Underground is how they kind of, even with those first Marvel movies, they tried to ground it as much as they could in reality. And even those earliest episodes of season 1 of Lucha Underground really had that feel of, okay, this is a different atmosphere, but this is still wrestling. And it wasn't until about maybe, you're going to have to help me out, maybe like a third of the way through season 1, where suddenly all this supernatural stuff starts to happen. You're just kind of like, did I just see that? Did that really happen?
I'm pretty sure it was when Katrina first teleported.
Yeah,
I'm
perhaps.
pretty sure that's around the time we're like, oh, this is something different.
Yeah, that there was something extra going on underneath. Now, the problem for Impact Wrestling is, unlike Lucha Underground, which clearly had a map and a plan for how they're going to get to this point, Impact Wrestling is dragging 10 plus years of history behind it as it tries to kind of twist its way perhaps in another direction. Maybe this is just an isolated thing. Maybe this is the last we'll ever see of this kind of a thing.
It's absolutely an isolated thing. And I guarantee it's not the end of it, Matt. I will absolutely guarantee you that.
Well, certainly if this is a success, ratings-wise, by their standards, and if they think that it accomplished their goals, then yes, there will be more. That's the way wrestling works. You do it again.
Matt, even if it's not a success, this isn't the end of it. Because now Jeff Hardy can't be called Jeff Hardy, and you're going to get a Willow versus Matt Hardy feud.
Well, that'll be fun too.
No,
we can always look. Well, I just don't. Why must you be such a downer about this? We're gonna have to talk more about this with the rest of the crew. When I take on the whole lot of you and try to convince you that this was not a bad thing, you're straying into Jim Cornette territory. You're starting to scare me.
No, there were fun parts in it, but at the end of the day, they're trying to make it ridiculous. They're not trying to make it logical and sensible. I'm sorry, if you have a whole fleet of drones, that takes one person controlling every single drone.
Well,
no, right there, I have an issue with that. If he just had 2, I can argue Matt's controlling one, Rebby's controlling another. And if he had 3, Senior Benjamin, fine. And there were fucking 8 of them.
Iron Man controlled how many suits of armor at the end of Iron Man 3?
Iron Man has Jarvis, who is an automated program in every single Iron Man suit.
You don't know.
No, you do. Because in Iron Man 1, they established that.
No. You are trying to tear this thing down. We could do that with anything. There's no need for that. I mean, you can if you want to. Logic be damned. Get eyes on the product, and they did. So mission accomplished.
Matt. Getting eyes on the product is one thing. Do you think anyone who watched this is coming back next week? I don't. Because the rest of the show was banana pants.
No. I thought they put forth a pretty. Again, we're getting into the area we're gonna talk about on the proper midweek war. I think they put a strong step forward, and I thought it was a solid effort overall, not just the final deletion. I thought they accomplished something positive.
This wasn't a plan. The announcers don't talk about it.
What? Well, hey.
No, I'm sorry. If you're going to do something like this, an overarching theme for an entire show, the announcers need to address it.
Can't explain that.
The announcers need to address it. You mentioned the food fight on Raw. The announcers talked about that all night. In fact, it led to the entire premise of a lot of the matches and a lot of the things that happened on the show. It's the reason Heath Slater had a goddamn broken arm, for Christ's sake.
Well, you know what? I think I'm out of time. Take us home, Mike.
All right. Well, Matt Carlins.
We're going to table this discussion for tomorrow night when things get real nasty.
Matt.
There could be like 5 or 6 people in here fighting over this tomorrow.
Where can the people find you on the internet? Quickly.
At Mainstream Matt with 1 T. If you love wrestling. If you hate wrestling, you can find me at Carlins. That's my real name.
I thought you were going to say if you hate wrestling, you can find me at Mad Mike 4883.
Please direct all complaints to @MadMike4883. Yeah.
Yes, please. I welcome them. I welcome them. You can find me at MadMike4883. We will be talking about Impact much, much more tomorrow night on the Midweek War proper. But we had to get something out about this match. And it's good that Matt and I have diverse opinions about it, and I'm sure we will get into it. And I apologize, Sorg, for the length of the show tomorrow night, because I have a feeling it's going to go long.
Over under 45 minutes. Vegas wants to know.
Over.
How it's going to go over.
Over.
Real over.
Over. I have a feeling. Over under an hour, I think, is the set. I think over under an hour is where the set point is going to be. But for Matt Carlins, I'm Mad Mike, and this has been your Midweek War spin-off showcase spectacular. Delete, 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 delete,